Now to Bri Scurry. She was the starting goalkeeper for the US women's soccer team, which won Olympic gold in 1996 and 2004. She was also on Team USA for that unforgettable win at the 1999 World Cup as well. So great to have you with us.
Hey, John. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Okay, well, it seems for women in sports, it's almost like damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's Norway's women's handball team, which was fine for playing in shorts and not bikinis. On the flip side, there's the double Paralympian world champion, Olivia Breen, who was competing at the English Championships last week when she posted this on Twitter. Tonight, I feel quite disappointed because just as I finished my long jump competition, one of the female officials felt it necessary to inform me that my sprint briefs were too short and inappropriate. I was left speechless. She posted a photo of said offending briefs, which she's been wearing at competition for years, apparently. They're also the official briefs for 2021. But there seems to be a lot more going on here. There seems to be a bigger story here than just the sexism which exists in the dress code for athletes, right?
It does seem that way. It's really disappointing, especially the beach handball situation. I mean, seeing the women's uniforms up against the men's uniforms, it really is clear to me that all the skin showing is what they wanted, and it's really sad. It's unfortunate, and also it's confusing, like you said, for the other athlete who figured she was wearing exactly what she was supposed to be wearing, and yet she's getting criticized and reprimanded for wearing what she was supposed to wear. So it just seems like it's a very odd time, a very strange time, and sometimes it just doesn't go your way, and it seems like a lot of officials need to just get everything straightened out and let's move forward with it.
Yeah, well, in Tokyo, the German women's gymnastic team, they wore those full-length unitards as opposed to the more revealing leotards. Notably, male gymnasts compete in loose-fitting shorts and pants most of the time. A German official told the news website Axios that the new uniforms were meant to push back against sexualization in gymnastics. The Tokyo Games are the most gender-balanced ever. Almost half of the athletes competing are women. But it seems parity does not equal equality.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem that way at all. And I'm really disappointed about all this uniform talk, because it seems like these standards for different uniforms are really outdated. The volleyball as well, beach volleyball, the women's midriffs are showing. The tights are really high up, and it just seems like it's not fair. It bothers me now. It's obviously because it's more visible and all this attention is being put towards it. But I really feel like it's a point now where an athlete is an athlete, and if they feel comfortable with their uniform, they should be judged not on their uniform or what they're wearing, but on their performance. And I really feel like this Olympics has brought that really to the surface, and hopefully after this Olympic Games we can get past it.
Yeah, is it something unique about the Tokyo Games that's making all that happen?
I don't think so. I think what's unique is the time we're in. A lot of women's rights, women's voices, women's equality is coming to the forefront now. Myself, I fight for women's equality with my national soccer team here in the United States, and a lot of women are deciding to let their voices be heard about how they feel about being sexualized and objectified with what they're wearing. And I think it's just the society that we're in now, and the Tokyo Games just happen to be right in the middle of it.
As you know, the women's soccer team here in the United States tried to sue the Soccer Federation back in 2018 over gender discrimination, which was reflected in how much they were paid as well as working conditions. Their case was dismissed, and their lawyers are now planning an appeal. So my question to you, is it always like this to try and get some progress? It's a slow, long, hard battle with incremental wins, or has there been some real systemic changes that is making it at least a little easier?
That is a fantastic question, and you really nailed it on the head. It is a slow slog to get equality. Whether you're getting equality for the right to vote, or whether you're someone who's gay, you're trying to get equality for what you want and the right to marry, or if you're an African American, you're fighting for civil rights. It really does seem to be the situation where it is a long time. We're talking about decades of struggle. And unfortunately, what I've found in all my decades of struggling for several of the things I just mentioned, it takes a long time. You have to keep after it, because the powers that hold the equality, the people that hold the keys to the gates, if you will, aren't willing to give it up. And so you're going to have to take it. You have to be stuck in for the long haul. And it is just a symptom of the problem, and it just takes a long time, and there's progress being made every year, but you have to keep fighting for it until it's equal.
Keep up the good fight. Bri Scurry, good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.